I'm just out here taking stock of a few things in the garden. Maybe I should say taking stock. Huh? Anyway, there's this bush here, and there it is. This is actually, it's a Nanking cherry, or as I like to call them, a nasty cherry. So these bushes, they're really easy to grow, and you can see all the buds on it. But the fruit's not very good. It's not very useful for anything. The one good thing about them is that they will survive here without being watered. So we had a few in another part of the yard, and there were some volunteers, and I was ripping them out because I didn't want them there. And one of my sons said, "Can we keep this one? It looks nice." I said, "Okay, well, we can keep it for a little while." So what we ended up doing, there's a row here where we have 3 spots, which are designated for 3 cherry trees. Not this bush, but I didn't have the trees at the time. So I said, well, we already have the holes dug. Why don't we just plant this bush in here for now? Now, this bush is over 5 feet tall, and it's just been here for 2 years, I think. And there's some lessons here with this bush. It's thriving, it's tall, it was intentionally planted with the same care as these trees that are eventually going to go here. And yet from the beginning, I knew that I was going to tear this thing down. And so if it somehow did something that was as good as the trees that are destined to be here, that I had planned to be here, then I would keep it. But this bush, I know, is never going to get that far. So what's the lesson here? The lesson is, it doesn't matter how secure you think you are. It doesn't matter how comfortable you are. It doesn't matter how consistent things might seem. The gardener might be waiting for something better, and the second something better comes around, he might pop you right out of the spot. And that's very important to learn. It's a very Old Testament kind of lesson, but it's extremely applicable today. So we have to be very aware that all of God's blessings have matching expectations. And if you're not measuring up to the value of what he gives you, then you're ordained to be cut down. And so it's a very serious lesson, but it's very important for us to always remember this and to live up to what we've been given, and not to think, well, if it's like this today, then it'll be at least as good tomorrow. That's not a good idea.